Good morning, world. Today I'm coming to you with a book review update. I know it's been a while. I know that. I'm a busy person. Today I'm coming to you with a book review of Folly Du Jour by Barbara Cleverly. And I didn't want to come back after such a long break with a negative review, but after finishing this book, I don't find I have a lot of really good things to say. So, spoiler alert, I didn't like it. First things first, short synopsis. This is about a guy named Joe Sandilands who works with Scotland Yard, and he's going to Paris, and when he gets to Paris, he finds out that another Englishman has been caught red-handed, has been essentially been caught murdering yet a third Englishman. And the book, fairly straightforward, is Joe Sandilands' investigation into this murder and who actually did it, because he doesn't think that it is actually the Englishman.
That guy's a visitor.
Essentially, how I feel about this book is that it's hard to put my feelings about this book into words. Okay, first things first, there are very few female characters in this novel, and the female characters that do exist are essentially just props for the male characters to objectify, essentially. These characters are essentially just window dressing. They don't seem to contribute heavily to the plot, or the story, or solving the mystery, or anything like that, which I find extremely problematic. And so that's strike one against the book. I think this author describes everything just a little bit too much, in the sense that not everything that you read, or not every object that you're describing needs an adverb or two adjectives or something like that. I think the story did clip along at a fairly good pace, but I do think that it was dragging a bit because the author was giving extra words to things that didn't need extra words. Oh yeah, in this book there's also one thing that I thought was really problematic with the plotting of this book is that a lot of the things that you're shown really early on that are given places of significance and places of importance just in the structure of the book, like the events of the prologue, do not become significant or get explained in any kind of a way, or are not connected to the main story until much, much later in the book. Like 200 pages into a 300-page story. And I feel like that's really problematic because it leaves you wondering. And then at the same time, there isn't any consistency in viewpoint in the book. So the prologue is from the viewpoint of an American couple who are visiting Paris like 3 or 4 years before the story actually begins, and then most of the book is from Joe, our main character's perspective, but then every once in a while you'll get a piece of a chapter or a chapter from the perspective of somebody else who you're not really sure how they're connected to the story or why they're connected to the story, and they've only got that one chapter. Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense to me. A couple of good things about this, because I like to end on good things. It wasn't a very bad mystery novel. I wouldn't classify this as a bad mystery novel. I think it was okay. I think I gave it like 2 stars on Goodreads, because it wasn't the worst. I wasn't super offended by it. It's just not the most interesting murder mystery I've ever read. I do think if you like murder mysteries set in the 1900s and you want to give this a try, then like, give it a try, but it's not necessarily a book you need to read right this second. Like, it's not something that I think you need to spend time and money trying to find and get a hold of. If you run across it and you want to, sure, but I wouldn't go out of my way to read it. Yeah, that's all I have for you right now. More stuff in the future. I do have a stack over here. I have a stack of things that I need to review, you know, various books that I've finished over the semester that I want to share with the world because, you know, why not? And I have feelings about them. I have feelings about, like, all the books I read. You can like this if you liked this. Subscribe if you want to see more of my face. Have a lovely Christmas season. Hopefully I'll see you again before, you know, 3 months from now, 4 months from now.